proper university education is characterized by a formal, traditional approach to learning. Concordia!
We do offer formal education at Concordia, but we offer a lot more.
It's a relaxed environment. It's a good preparation for the real world.
Our challenge was a lot of support. I felt more comfortable at Concordia.
The preferred setting for a university is an isolated, pastoral environment.
No city's better than Montreal to go to school in.
No matter what your interests are, it's covered.
Montreal is probably one of the best cities to live in as a young person.
Montreal is very multicultural.
We at the university want this university to reflect the society, the city, the province in which we live.
It's a big city university. You meet all sorts of people.
There's students and professors, visiting professors that come from as many as 90 different countries.
Concordia le facilita a uno eso.
因为 Concordia 是非常好的学校。
So you get a whole mix of new cultures, new attitudes, and you definitely learn a lot. I just love it.
I came partly because I wanted to learn my French, but I didn't know it well enough to be taking classes in a French university.
La meilleure chose à Concordia, justement, c'est le fait que j'ai pu beaucoup pratiquer mon anglais.
Most of the students are completely bilingual.
I have the chance to speak French. I have a chance to be in Quebec.
A real university education must be highly focused and disciplined. It must transcend the boundaries of the real world.
The boundaries of the real world are changing. What today's world and tomorrow's world require are people with open, receptive minds, people capable of dealing with new information, new challenges, new concepts. It's education for that real world which we provide.
We try to make it as fertile as possible for students to grow and to develop their own particular expertise, but as well to learn and incorporate what is in the outside community.
I think without question, the focus at Concordia is to be your best.
Well, blending sports and studies can be difficult at times, but we're students first and athletes second.
First, we look to recruit good citizens, good students. Then we hope that people are going to be successful academically. We have a number of support systems.
Concordia, one university.
2 campuses.
Loyola. Sir George.
I think in many ways that Concordia is, quote-unquote, a young university in Canada, although both Loyola and Sir George go back a long way.
The traditions that Loyola had of liberal arts education and the Sir George tradition of accessibility came together really in a new spirit to form Concordia.
Concordia University has let me balance education with the rest of my life. I am a mother of 3 and I work full-time and I can still complete my bachelor's degree at night.
That's all wonderful, but a superior institution must have academic respectability.
One of the wonderful aspects of this university is the fact that we have people in it in all sorts of cobwebby corners doing wonderful, absolutely brilliant, innovative work.
They're people who bring the experience of their research into the classroom, the stimulation of the research into the classroom.
We have researchers who contribute to the development and advancement of knowledge at a worldwide level.
And they attract master's students and PhD students to join them in their research.
I go into my first class times and I say to the students, You are the leaders of tomorrow.
The whole idea is to inspire and to create an environment and to promote thoughtful discussion, questions, and so on.
There isn't so much of an emphasis on lecture and learn. There's much more of an emphasis on dialogue.
My students teach me things at times. I teach them. We share.
They're not as stuffy here, I find, because, well, they really listen to what you need.
Oh, I try to find out who they are and what they want, what their intentions are, and that's very important to me.
We like to work very closely with each student, work one-on-one to develop each student's talents.
They're not didactic. They don't tell you how to go about it. They encourage you to do whatever you feel is necessary, but they will guide you along.
The other side of the coin of accessibility, which Concordia has been dedicated to, is the responsibility to help students successfully complete their programs.
The heart of student services is care. It's caring for the students in terms of his or her development. It's ensuring that, in fact, they are able to do the kind of job that they're supposed to be doing here, which is being a student. We offer programs and activities which go, for example, from helping you write a paper to study skills to career placement workshops to a particular recreational program.
At Concordia, we have at least 60,000 alumni. Some of them were selected as Rhodes Scholars. Others received the Governor General's Medal.
Many of our students have gone on to win awards both nationally and internationally. In film and cinema, some have gone on for Oscar nominations.
Our students go on to medical school, they go on to veterinary school, they become dentists.
Many people are working in the areas of social work, working in the areas of social concern in one way or another.
We hire, I don't know, 20, 30 trainees here every year, and, you know, one of the places that we look to see what talent might be available is Concordia.
I see.
The teachers, though, are nice. The classes are small.
With 15 people in the class, you can bring up points and everybody can discuss them and you can get different points of view because we've all had different experiences.
There's more emphasis on interpersonal relations between the professors and the students themselves. You can't really have that in a class with 300-400 students.
I have an open door policy. I don't really have office hours as such, so just people know they can come and I'm available.
And you can actually talk to the professor instead of being talked at by the professor.
For me, during my first year, I was taught by professors and not teachers' assistants, and that's really exceptional and that's really important to me.
University-industry interaction brings a lot of practical experience to the students.
The co-op program, you get the real intermixing of the education that you get in university and what's out there in the real world.
I think it's important to have people teaching at the university who are active in their profession.
And I think we have the right mix of part-time, full-time professors.
Rigidly structured programs are the backbone of a sound curriculum.
If you are looking for a highly structured, rigorous program in a particular narrowly defined disciplinary field, you can find it at Concordia. If you are looking for interdisciplinary studies, for flexibility, it's also available.
My needs were best met at the college because you have professors coming together from different disciplines. You have psychology students studying with economics students and engineering students.
And so you really end up with a much greater viewpoint on the one topic.
It's a lot more representative of how society is. You don't just work with journalists, you don't just work with political scientists, you all work together.
The research centers at Concordia are very good. Concordia has offered all of the equipment, support, technical support, library support, everything that has been required for me to do the work that I've had to do.
Yes, but what about tradition?
Well, I think there's been a really good tradition of the faculty being interested in people.
Our tradition really is, I think, codified in our mission, and our mission is to respond to the community in which we live, to be innovative in regard to that response.
A central part of Concordia's mission is to provide access to higher education for people who might not have the opportunity otherwise to be educated in a university environment.
Concordia University is an extremely exciting place for graduate students. We're at a time of emerging growth, with development of new programs.
Speaking from the humanities point of view, which is the area that I know, the social sciences and humanities, Concordia has a very broad range of graduate programs.
I think it's a very progressive university with a very good and wide vision of the intellectual scene.
There's a sense of community amongst graduate students in that there are get-togethers where students can exchange ideas.
It's an interdisciplinary program which could be adapted to all your needs on a professional point of view.
There's a lot of support for graduate students who want to do work that might not be the traditional academic research, that might have an activist or a social component to it.
The world is changing around us, and we understand that, and we feel these changes very keenly, and we like in our programs and in our teaching to make sure that we keep up with those changes.
Real education for the real world, what does that mean? I think it means preparing people for tomorrow. It means providing not only skills, but providing an openness of spirit, a receptiveness of mind that permits new concepts to be handled, unforeseen challenges to be met.
Without a doubt, the Concordia University really played a major part in my career.
It certainly was the foundation for my subsequent life.
You learn how to learn, you learn how to think.
I think it's given me a great sense of confidence.
The MBA program definitely made a big difference in my life.
You get the services that you need, and the people are always there to help you.
Concordia tends to work for the student more, I find, and adjust to what you need.
Whether it's the working population during the night, the accessibility for handicapped students.
It's a new experience. You're meeting new people, you're meeting a whole gamut of different nationalities.
This year we're having our 35th anniversary of a championship basketball team, and the 12 of us still keep in touch. And that's the kind of lifelong friendships that you form as part of a university life.
My life has changed since I've been taking courses here. If you want to go somewhere to study, not waste your time, but study and find your goals, you're going to get them in Concordia.
I couldn't have chosen a better university. It met all of my key needs.
I had a wonderful time.